Hey guys, this is Alan with Keepable Group Facilitation Software. Today I'd like to talk to you about engagement between meetings. And when I say meetings, what I'm talking about are your formal group meetings. And I found that those groups that meet once a month or less often, they do much better if there's some sort of engagement between meetings. And why would you do that? Also what I found is that the ones that engage between meetings, they also experience a much higher retention rate. Another advantage or another reason why you might want to do it is that it helps build the family bond between members. When a member's new, they're really on their toes, but then as they sort of settle into the group, the family bond is what really helps keep them together. If they are contacting and talking to each other or interacting with you as a coach between meetings, then that helps build that bond a lot faster and a lot tighter. Another great benefit is that it lowers the attrition rate. So you spend less time going out trying to find a new member and get them onboarded and get them to become part of the family. And instead you spend that time helping them concentrate and work on what's really benefiting them. This is a good time in between meetings, in between the formal meetings, where you can address things like accountability and to discuss issues like their goal setting and how they're coming along on their objectives. It's a great time to visit goal tracking, that kind of thing. So all in all, a great reason to increase engagement between meetings or to deliberately go after engagement between meetings is so that you can deliver more success stories for your members. Another great side to that is it's also an opportunity to increase your revenue as a facilitator. So how do you go about doing this? So the most common method that I'm aware of are the formal coaching sessions. So these facilitators, they'll have the formal group meeting where there's a lot of peer guidance. This is about facilitation. And then between each formal meeting, then there will be a coaching session where you work one-on-one with that member. And that could take place face-to-face, or it could take place by phone, or it could be through video conference. It might even be a site visit. It just depends on the structure and meaning of your groups. And again, this is usually focused on how you might impart knowledge and skill in your particular core competency, or this is a great time to visit accountability, commitments that member might have made during the meeting. And to also take a look at what goals and objectives that member is working on. So another way to maintain engagement between meetings would be through formal training. So if you've got a formal training program, this oftentimes can take the form of, say you might have a weekly meeting, and one of the meetings per month is focused on group guidance and peer guidance, more of a facilitated peer-to-peer activity, and then the other meetings in between then are more of a group coaching or classroom environment where people are working towards some higher level. They're in transition to a higher level of skill. Usually that type of engagement is built around some sort of certification process or degree program or some sort of work opportunity, so that the engagement is sort of compulsory in nature. Otherwise, they may not attendance may not be as good as you might otherwise like. So another or a third method of engagement that I find can be highly effective between formal meetings is the use of a formal discussion forum. Many facilitators will use something like Facebook because it's free. However, a lot of the members shy away from Facebook because it can have a lot of distracting noise, and also they become concerned with security or confidentiality in that environment. So those facilitators that do use a online message forum tend to use some proprietary system that they can control the security and confidentiality and avoid having advertising hammering their members. If you're going to use that method, that's the one I like to use. If you're going to use that method, you have to be very proactive about making sure that your members remain engaged. So it takes a little bit of effort on your part to go out and reach out to them and pull them in and engage them. we've all been involved in these forums like this, whether it's Facebook or some other forum, where we tend to be outliers, where we'll go in and look but not interact. We tend to drift off and become disengaged. So you have to be very proactive about keeping your members engaged in that case. So to recap, basically what you want to do is try to keep your members in touch and engaged between meetings. These are formal meetings, especially if your meetings are 1 month or more apart, and that could take the form of a coaching session, a training program, or some sort of discussion forum, or a combination of the above. And that why you might want to do that is because that increases the engagement, increases retention. That leads to greater success stories for your members, and it also increases your opportunity to tap other revenue streams. So thank you for taking the time to view my clip today. If you'd like to get in touch, just reach me at keepical.com.